What's up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Got a great Hump Day happy hour tonight for you on the Ham Radio Adventure Guy channel. Your one stop for everything adventure radio. Let me know how the sound is because I don't have my headphones on because I'm not bringing in a guest. So I ain't going to wear the headphones if I ain't got to. But if there's any kind of feedback or anything, let me know in the chat and I'll put them on. Ain't no big deal. First things first, let's give a couple shout outs. I see John's in the chat, Covaine's in the chat, William Collins is in the chat, 22 Preppers in the chat, Logan Club in the chat. To everybody I see talking so far, but hopefully people will be filtering in here in the next couple minutes. Another thing, make sure and if you haven't subscribed, then click the like button and all that good stuff. Make sure and do that. And, check us out on the social medias. Like, I feel like a lot of people's missing out on a lot of stuff. Like, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're in Discord. So, if you guys don't check that out, make sure and do that. Also, want to thank our newest Patreons. Welcome Evan and Joseph. Both of them signed up to Patreon last night. And Evan actually was in the monthly Patreon call there a little bit ago. And also thanks to James and Dwayne, longtime Patreon. So we appreciate you guys very much. Anyway, also thanks for the people who did the buy me a coffee last week, trying to get me some CW stuff started. I know a lot of you guys are wanting some CW contacts from West Virginia, and I said that every buy me a coffee would go toward that, and of course it didn't meet the goal that we needed, so we will do that again tonight. Anything on buy me a coffee or the tip jar will go to buying CW Key and the CW classes. I have been studying it. I haven't signed up for the class yet because I didn't get enough, but I have been studying it, and I've got all the letters and numbers down that I know what they are. Now I just got to start worrying about copying it and sending it. So that'll all come, but I will drop that link in the chat right now if anybody wants to do that, or it's in the description. What's up, James Jenner? Good to see you in here tonight, buddy. Wow. West Virginia activator. I'm going to tell you, like, I busted my tail to do this. That's why I kind of just, I wanted to do a live stream on it and just sort of review the last 8 months of Parks on the Air for me. It has been one crazy adventure. I started Parks on the Air. Well, I started hunting before, but I started activating Parks on the Air on March the 20th, 2021. And on August the 20th, 2021, 8 months to the day later, I finished every single park in West Virginia. And it was one epic journey. And I'm so proud of what I accomplished there. And I appreciate you guys that came along for the journey. There's several of you in the chat that I know I've made contact along the way. One memorable contact with James Linden. I actually was calling as his frequency in use. And as soon as I called it as a frequency in use, somebody hit me up dark. Hey James, what park are you in? What's going on, Brian? I see you hitting in the chat. What park you in? And I told him, I was like, yeah, I ain't even got started yet, but I'll go ahead and get you in the log here, and got him in the log. And then I grabbed my phone to spot. And matter of fact, I know exactly what activation it was. It was my Kilo activation for Laurel Lake. And then I hear Park to Park, and it's James Linden. I was like, man, you're not even going to be on the video because I ain't even got it started yet. And I think I got 3 contacts right off the bat, just from calling, is this frequency in use, and people just happen to be scrolling through there at this time, and ended up happening. That video, it's crappy anyway because it was cold and sort of rainy that day, and I had very windy, and I had to do it in the vehicle activation, and the sun was shining through, and the video quality is crappy. It actually is out for the Patreons. It's been out for a couple of days now. It'll probably go out to YouTube this weekend. So, but I apologize for the crappy video on that. Anyway, March 20th, 2021, first activation ever, Chief Logan State Park. It was the 991A, and it was actually the Wolf River Coils. It was before I had the Eagle One, and it was a good time. It's the activation that's like, I want more, and just the memories I've had in Chief Logan in the past 8 months. I've activated Chief Logan 33 times. I'm currently working on the second round of the Oasis, which I think is the fishing hole award. I plan on having it done by the end of this year. So I'll have 40 activations in Chief Logan by the end of the year. But that's what started it all, was Chief Logan, and then I just started expanding out. Laurel Lake was the second one, and just moving out from there. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to do every one by the end of the year. And that's what I set my goal to do. And then in April, I went down to Florida, and I was in Florida for like 28 days. I think I was on vacation, and even on vacation, I think I did 19 activations in Florida with 12 unique parks. And I also did 2 in Georgia, 1 in South Carolina. I did Lake Norman in North Carolina, but I did it going down and coming back. So I did that one twice. I did a 2-fer in Virginia, which was Shot Tower State Park and the New River Trail. And then I did one of my West Virginias on the way back. But so for out of that 8 months, I was pretty much gone 1 month. So really, I did it in 7. But along the way, I seen some of the most beautiful places, and I really, really regret not filming a whole lot more. What's up, John Carr? John Carr's been in my log quite a few of the parks that I activated. Let's see what he's got. If he's got a question here. Yeah, I'm glad you made the live stream there, John. John is actually not far down the road. He gets me on ground wave quite a bit, and I appreciate him stepping in here. But anyway, so along the way, I've seen some really beautiful places in West Virginia that I probably would have never saw. And I'm a big waterfalls guy. And just the parks that I did with waterfalls in it, like Blackwater Falls, Valley Falls State Park, Twin Falls. Gosh, there's so many of them that had falls in them. And I would try to at least hike to all of the falls when I went out there to all these parks and stuff like that. What's going on, buddy? Glad to see Steve in the chat. But I would try to hike to all the falls. Another memorable time was I was going for a radar award. I was going to try to do the 11 parks, and that's when the power surge happened at the one campground and wiped out the finals and messed up my antenna tuner, and I had to send my Yazoo back off, brand new radio, and had to send it off. Hats off to Yazoo, they fixed that thing up better than ever. It was really great customer service from them, so hats off to them. James Vanden, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, there's 900 parks, but you can do it, man. If I can do it in 7 months, you can do it in 2 years, three at the most. 900 parks is an absolute lot of parks, man. I don't know what I would do with 900 parks. What's going on, Plasma Storm? Good to see you out there in the chat tonight. I wish I had 900 parks, but I would probably be still going absolutely crazy. Like, how am I going to get all these activated? Absolutely crazy. But what I was saying was, I plan on going back to a good lot of these parks and actually doing some filming because, I was so focused on the goal. Thank you very much, John. I was so focused on the goal of getting it done that, like, I would go out, like when I went out to the Panhandle, I did, the Panhandle was Support Your Parks weekend. I did 2 or 3 activations that Friday night here in Logan County. Maybe only 2. And then I got home, packed up my stuff, and I left out at like 1 o'clock. And the next morning I was up in the Panhandle at 8 o'clock doing my first park. But I did like 9 parks up in the Panhandle. And like, I just was pretty much, I wouldn't do the 10 contacts and done. Any of y'all who's ever worked me, if I've got a pile up, I'm going to work you. I'm going to get the very last person. Even when I'm absolutely ready to go, and anybody who's ever activated knows, the second you call last call, you're getting 10 more calls, and that'll happen to you 10 times. But I work every contact. But, when I would as soon as I'd get a break and nobody would pop in there, yeah, I'd get on the road and go get another one. And I did 9 parks up in the Panhandle that day, just trying to knock them out. But I mean, there was parks that I really wish that I would have took the time to film for YouTube, and I didn't. So I'll be going back to a lot of these parks in 2022. I mean, just like Twin Falls, I've did Twin Falls now 9 times because I'm working on the kilo there, and I was just thinking about it tonight, man. I'm like, Twin Falls would be a really interesting video if I hiked out to the falls and did something out there for sure. So that's coming up on the channel for sure. Twin Falls. The video for the last park that I did, Lost River. It's being edited right now. It should be out by next weekend. It's a really, I think it's going to be a really nice video. The view up there was absolutely amazing. You could see 5 counties and 2 states from up there. So absolutely amazing. Yeah, dude, that's another reason why. Thank you very much, Govain, for pushing the buy me a coffee, and that's why I do it, because just the activation at Lost River, I spent $120 in gas, and $120 in gas just going up there. Plus, I finished off a set of tires. I got back from that activation and had wires hanging out of my tires. I was like, yeah, I believe I better get that down. Sorry guys, I got some notifications here. Wow, James, N16RD, 10 slices of pizza. Thank you very much, Covain, 3 slices of pizza. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate this. You're going to keep me going toward the next set of goals. I really appreciate it. But that stuff right there, that's going on the CW equipment, so I can start making some CW parks on the air activations and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people. What's up, Joseph? What do you mean you forgot about? How can you forget about the stream? Joseph V3GKT forgets about my stream. This is the guy who comes on my stream and gets me started on my next goal before I ever even finished the West Virginia goal. But I wanted to show you guys something. Matter of fact, I didn't go green screen today because I rearranged my POTA awards, sort of like in some type of order, and like I did away with that because you get the parks on the air, you get the every 25 you get a park to park award. I did away with all that, and I'm just keeping like the last number right now. So the park on there would be right there, and then I'm only doing the last number on the late shift because it's too much room. But this right here is what I spent the last 8 months on. Get it in there really good. This beautiful, beautiful black bear right here. And I'll tell you what, it was worth every last minute of it. I'll hang that back up in a little bit. But anyway, what I was saying, Joseph got me started on the N1CC awards. And let me see here. Okay. Yeah, I've got, for those of you not familiar with that award, you got to get 10 parks with 10 different bands, a contact on 10 different bands in 10 parks. And Joseph had said he had it done in his first year of POTA. So I said, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm Mr. Competition. Black Bears for Ontario. The forbidden fruit, huh? Well, I'm the West Virginia Black Bear. Oh, and by the way, I'm the only person, which I already knew this when I was doing the word, but I'm the only person to ever activate every park in West Virginia. But Jason Johnson confirmed it when I really wasn't expecting that. I knew I finished the parks and I was sitting there waiting for the award to come out, but I wasn't expecting Jason to put out my award on the POTA page and congratulate me. That was a really awesome feeling when I was at work and I get a notification and said Jason Johnson tagged you in a post, and I was like, what in the world is he tagging me for? But it's an awesome feeling. And like, I really suggest, they say POTA is not a competition, but POTA is a competition for me because it's a competition with myself. And, I would say to each one of you, make goals for yourself and go out there and do them. I know Joseph, he's all the time working on some sort of goal. And, but make goals and get out there and do it. Like I said, right now I'm working on the N1CC. I've got 4 of the 10 parks totally. I got 10 bands in them. I've got 1 9, 2 8s, and the rest are 7s. It's just hard to get the lower bands to open up right now. James and then you know what the N1CC is, but 10 bands in 10 different parks, and Joseph's done it in a year, so I'm going to do it in a year. All right, guys, I have explained it a couple of times. Also, I want to do the 6-pack award, and that would be 10 6-meter contacts in 6 different parks, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, Joseph, correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. But I can't get 6 meter open for crap. If you guys are ever seeing 6 meter open, like message me directly, say get to the park right now, because I've got one 6 meter contact in a park, so it's not working for me. You're right, James. It is. It's how many do you have? Like I can't get it. Like every single park. Like since Joseph was on my stream, I guess it's been like 5 weeks now. But I guess it's been like 5 weeks since he's been there. Every single park I go to, the first thing I do when I set up is I will go to 6 meter and see if there's anything on FT8, because if there's something on FT8, there's a possibility that it is open. But I ain't seen crap. The one 6 meter I do have is voice, and that was I just started calling one day, and actually it's a guy from my club. Actually, randomly he said, "I seen your spot." He said, and I figured I'd try it. Joseph said almost all of his is FT8. Right now, I'm 100% voice, but it's one contact. I'm kind of hoping that for Winterfield Day, there's enough big stations that's out there pushing the power that'll be out and maybe be on 6 meter. And James Linden says he's got one park done. 4 more, needs at least a few more. Hey, that's a lot better off than I'm doing. But like I'm getting my 10 bands mostly from, believe it or not, 160. It's another video I think I'm going to do for the channel. I'll go ahead and let it out of the bag. The Eagle One, will it tune at 160? Yes, it will. It's not the greatest on single sideband, but it'll tune FT8 really good on 160. I have made some single sideband contacts on it. Matter of fact, Curtis from up in Pennsylvania, a lot of you guys know him. He did a park to park with me one evening on 80 meters, and I was getting ready to get off of there, and he's like, "Hey, you can do 160, right?" I was like, "It's kind of iffy, but sometimes I can do it on voice." And he gave me a frequency, and I went and did a park to park with him on 160. Probably my only park to park on 160. Sorry, guys, I keep checking these notifications and stuff because I don't want to miss anybody. Last week I missed Joseph Collins, three slices. Anyway, West Virginia parks, I'm going back to probably some of my favorites that I will be going back to for sure. Like I told you, I'm going to do Twin Falls, and I'm going to get some video on it. I'm going to go back to Blender Hassett Island, which I did do video on, and I'll video again. That place is like so much history and was so much fun. You got to ride the ferry to get out there. If you've not watched that video, check it out. It's the one where I was showing K8 RKT how to do POTA. Matter of fact, that's where Joseph thought he made his first 60 meter contact with me, because I was messing with him, but we didn't. And we'll be going back to there. All the ones that are within, an hour driving distance, I'm constantly at. I'm currently working on I've got 2 kilos in West Virginia, and I'm working on probably 7 or 8 more kilos. Yeah, for all the people who were worried that once I got all the parks in West Virginia, I was going to slow down. Since I got the last park, the the day after I did one or two more, but every weekday I didn't do none today. I just hunted today because it was rainy and nasty out, and I said I'm going to take a break because I'm tired. But I think I've did almost 2 parks a day, almost every day since then. So I'm not slowing down no time soon. Let's see, plasma. There you go. There you go, plasma. Get out and find you a good park and camp for a week. Uh, Listen, you get out to the parks and you call, and it's an amazing feeling for any of you guys who have not activated. It's an amazing feeling because you feel special. You feel like you're the cool station that everybody's trying to get. Because I mean, you get out there and you call CQ Parks on the Air, and like they're gonna hunt you no matter what. Even when the bands are absolutely crappy, like I know things happen and people don't activate parks, but really, if you just want to put in a little bit of time, even when the bands are crappy, you can activate the park because there's always those big powerhouse stations that'll turn up the power and hunt you. I mean, there's been days on 40 because 40's been crap ever since all them solar storms and stuff. It's good during the day, but I used to do 40 24 hours a day like it was nothing, and now it gets dark and 40's done. Uh, but even now, I could go on 40 right now if I was in a park and call Parks on the Air, and probably get the 10 contacts because people's going to hunt you, and those power stations will pile through. Heard the funniest thing the other day. I had like a pipeline to Texas the other day. I think I was in Chief Logan, and I heard the funniest thing. This guy told me, he said, you wouldn't have such a pileup if your signal wasn't so good. I'm like, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a great thing. All right. Anyway, back to the parks that I definitely want to go back to. Twin Falls, Blenderhassett Island. I want to go back to Lost River again. That view was amazing, even though my calves burned for like a week because that hike was really steep. I definitely want to go back to Valley Falls, Blackwater Falls. I go to Blackwater Falls all the time anyway. Anything with a falls in it, I'm constantly going back to. I'm working on kilos at East Lynn, Mud River, Big Ugly, Canal Forest. So like any parks that you guys want to try to get, like the Oasis Hunter Awards, let me know because like I'll hit them up. Especially if you ain't got an Oasis in Chief Logan, I'll be doing what's going on, Smoking Ape. I'll be doing that park like until I get every last award you can possibly receive for a park in it, because it's my closest park and it's nothing for me to go do the evening shift and then click over and do the late shift there. So if you ain't got the Oasis there, you should be hitting that up. I know that there's a couple people that's really close. November 2 Bravo Tango Delta, November 3 X-Ray Lima Sierra. I know they're really close to Oasis there. Anybody in the chat got an operator with me? I know one guy was telling me he had like 140 some parks in West Virginia, and like 38 of them was me that he had hunted. So fun stuff. Any questions about West Virginia parks or anything like that? I know we got some really cool stuff coming up about Parks on the Air. Vance is going to be here on the 15th, and we're going to be talking about the New Year's Day Support Your Parks event, and I look forward to that. And I got some questions for him about a few things, where the year's starting over and stuff like that, how that works. Got that coming up. I've got some really cool antenna stuff that I'm not going to let out of the bag just yet because it's not coming up till January. But got somebody really cool coming on the show that I look forward to that. Trying to think. Oh, I also got another Knights of the Potter Roundtable coming up. So I look forward to doing that one as well. As far as West Virginia parks, my absolute least favorite would be Hubert Hill Wildlife Management Area. James Lennon has 20 Q subs with me. So 30 more. You should be able to do that within a month, dude. You could get me 30 times in a month. Actually, where I'm hunting different bands, you could get me 6 or 8 times a day if you pay attention. But I always wondered why that the hunter got an operator to operator, but the activator did not get that award because you're making the contacts too, and you don't get nothing like that. I think there should be some kind of activator operator to operator award, and you're going to say park to park, but I think it would be cool. I always like it when the hunters send me an email or something and a picture of the award showing that they got it with me and stuff like that, which I basically know when somebody's pretty close because I have a master POTA log, and people who I've been contacting me for a while, I start keeping an eye when they're getting close and know about when you're going to get it. I think there's 7 or 8 people that has operator to operator with me. Got another notification. Anyway, least favorite park in West Virginia is definitely Hubert Hill Wildlife Management Area. I don't know if you've ever heard me tell the story before, but the Prey Award, Hunter got you 50 times. Yeah. But you're right, Plasma. Both sides should get the award, but the activator don't. The reason why Hubert Hill is my least favorite, and it is the park that I will not go back to. Like if you're going to try to hunt all West Virginia parks and you didn't get me when I was at that one, you're gonna have to really bribe me with something good to eat or something. I don't know, because that park, I put it in my maps, and I drove out there and I end up in a guy's driveway. I drive all around for like hour and a half looking for this wildlife management area, and I can't find no way. I'm driving all around the thing, and there's not very good signal out there, and I'm not finding nothing. Finally, I found a guy who worked for the phone company, and I asked him, I said, "Do you know where this wildlife management area is?" He's like, "Yeah, I do, but why would you want to go there?" And I explained to him what I wanted to do, and he said, "Okay, well, I understand that, but why would you want to go there?" I was like, "I just got to go there." So I'm like, "Can you tell me how to get there?" And he's like, "I can show you." He's like, "I can't really tell you." So he drives me out to, we drive for quite a while, and he drives me out to this little dirt road, and he says, "You'll go down this dirt road about 5 or 6 miles." He's like, "The road will turn into the creek, and you'll drive through the creek for a while." And he's like, "It's not going to be a nice drive." He's like, I don't know why you're going there. There's nothing there. I was like, well, I just got to go there. So I drive out through there, and yeah, the creek. I probably drove in the creek for a quarter of a mile or so, and like it is out in the middle of nowhere. And finally, I see a little sign on the tree, one of the little metal identifier signs uh, that told me I was in the right place. Like I stopped right there in the road, threw the antenna up, and got me 12 contacts and was out of there. I mean, I didn't even pull off the road because it's not like anybody was going to ever come down through there. And it's just absolute, it's crap. I'd go back there probably if I had like a side by side or a 4-wheeler or something to go back there for an activation. But to take a vehicle back through there, it was just absolute crap. I think I've seen a question up here. Well, I thought I did. Kit Kat bar is the best you can offer me for a bribe. I don't know. I don't think I'd go back out there for a Kit Kat, Daniel. Might have to do like a maybe a king size whatchamacallit. That might get me back out through there. Yeah, that it was like the movie Wrong Turn, Plasma Sword. You're absolutely right. I don't plan on going back to that place ever. But you can't never say never because you'll end up living there if you say something like that. Smoking Ape Klondike bar. Now we're talking. Ape, if you can find a Klondike bar with the one with the caramel in it, because I ain't been able to find them for years, I will go back out there and activate for sure. I think the Smoking Ape might actually live out there. That's why it's so secluded. He lives out there, and his real name is on the mailbox and his call sign and all that stuff. Anyway, favorite park in West Virginia. That one's tough. I like all the ones with the waterfalls, of course. Honestly, though, it would be between Blenderhassett because of all the history. George Washington actually owned that island at one point. And there's a whole lot of history there. A whole lot of history. And they actually tell you about it on the ferry ride out to the place. So really cool. That one, or possibly the very last one, Lost River, because that view it's just priceless, and you'll see it on the video when it comes out next week. That view is just absolutely priceless. I had originally planned on activating from up there, but like I said, it was like a 5-hour drive, and by the time I got there, it was I stopped in the park office, asked them around about how long the hike was, and it was pushing it, me getting out there and getting back before it was pitch black dark, because now it gets dark so early. So I just went ahead and did the hike, and got the footage and stuff like that, and did the activation when I came back down in the dark, of course. But it was amazing. I do want to go back there in the summer when I've got more daylight, and I would love to activate from the very top because it's just absolutely gorgeous up there. Brian says just watch for the FedEx for a caramel Klondike bar in the morning. Hey, listen, you get me a caramel Klondike bar sent here, unmelted, of course. It's got to be legit, and I will go back out to Hubert Hill and I can't live stream it because there's absolutely no signal out there, but I will video it for you. That is my bribe, a caramel Klondike bar, and I will go activate Hubert Hill. God, which one of y'all find one of those things, and then I'm going to regret saying that. It's worse than Carlos eating the friggin' veggie burger, but I'm telling you that place it's horrible. I'll get an ATV and go out there though, so it wouldn't be as bad. That's for sure. Freeze dried caramel. Uh, if it tastes the same freeze dried, sure, plasma. But I don't know that it would taste the same freeze dried. That's some good prepper food. Freeze dried caramel Klondike bars. If you can find those, Plasma Storm, let me know. I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna put them in my go bag and stuff like that, and my hiking packs. All that would be good. Smoking Eight probably has some freeze dried Miller Lite in his go bag. Anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the parks that I wanted to touch on. I really just wanted to review this last 8 months. It's been a really great time, and next year my goals are going to be probably just as hard, but not as time consuming, we'll say, because I want them to be just as hard, but where I'm able to actually film a whole lot more than I got to film this year. I filmed plenty and got plenty of footage, but there was a lot of places I didn't get to film because it was like I had to get so many parks in a day just so I could wipe out the area. And in 2022, I want to concentrate a lot more on some good quality filming videos and stuff like that. Got a lot of good stuff coming for the channel, I think, in 2022. And I really appreciate everybody's support that I've been getting from you guys. There's a couple of you guys that's really, powdered Miller Lite. That's I'd have to see that one. Next happy hour or live stream that you go on, if you will mix the powdered Miller Lite and be drinking it, I'll have to make sure and send you some milk. That's great. Anyway, I'm not real sure what my goals for 2022 is. I know that I'm going to activate every state in the United States. That's not going to be in a 1 year time because I ain't got the money for all that. I'm not rich enough for all that. That's for sure. But I think I'll probably add 10 new states in 2022 is my goal. I'm also going to be down in Florida for almost a month again in 2022. So being able to activate a lot more Florida parks. And there's like 400 some parks in Florida. A lot of places down there. I know Mike K at MRD is going to be down there. Well, I mean, everybody's going down for Hamcation, but Mike's going to be there a little bit longer, spending some time with his dad, and I'm going to be staying at my mom's, and we're going to do an activation together. So got a lot of good stuff coming up in February for Parks on the Air as well. Other than that, I don't know. I plan on the last live stream of the year doing a goal video for 2022. But if you guys have any goals left, we're in December now. This is the first, so you better wipe them out. I've got mine done for this year, and I'm grateful for it, and I appreciate everybody's support. that's really all I've got, man. 8 months. I figured there would be more to say, but it's just wow. Anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and hope to start catching some of you guys in the air. Any of you guys who want to try to get the operator to operator with me, man, put me in your ham alerts. I'm not going to swear that your phone won't drive you insane if you put me in there. What's going on, Dixie? People still piling in here at the end of the stream. But stick me in your ham alerts, and we'll definitely get the operator to operator going on. I appreciate everybody, and until next time, thanks for sharing my adventure with me, guys. 73.